So should you, as an independent artist, shoot a high production music video? Should you get one shot? Should you shoot one? Does it make sense for you to actually do something like that? This is why I'm gonna say probably not. Unless you could get it done for the cheap, or unless you're doing it for the art. But if it's to actually get fans, I don't think that a high budget music video is a good idea. I know people as independent artists that have spent $5,000, $10,000 on music videos that just did not perform well. And that's coming from somebody that is close with a lot of video producers, that also like does a little bit of production himself when it comes to video. For me, it's really like, hey, what is the return on investment? Like, is this thing bearing fruit? And I've seen time and time again where high production videos just don't really cut it. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So this song by Masego, Tadao, you probably know it. He's in whatever city he's in this video. Kind of looks like Cali, has that like vibe. Just kind of like driving down. You've got like Tadao written all over the place. So a little bit of post-production going on. He's sitting in the caddy with the drop top, so like they probably had to rent the caddy out, had to get the driver. Obviously this is like a driving shot. Somebody had to pull up behind him to like actually get this done. They've got multiple locations, like the whole nine. He's in a bar, like you've got extras. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's telling like a story. It's almost like a movie or like a TV show. You've got the girl, you've got all those people yelling, like it's a whole thing. Probably spent a good amount of money to get this done. You're thinking like pre-production, post-production. You're thinking everybody that's on the team to make this possible, from the maybe multiple camera people, all of the extras, the person that's your lighter, the gaffer, like all these people on the team that have to accomplish what needs to be accomplished for this music video. And it was a big song, right? Like it's a huge song. That netted him about 12 million views. I'm sure till this day he's still getting views on this video. If we sort by newest first, his last comment on this was an hour ago. It sounds like daylight, right? Fire video, 12 million. Same song. Dope song, right? It's him and FKJ in a studio. And you can see how it starts off. It's literally just one person with a handheld camera shot, like maybe on a gimbal, walking around, like, and filming them doing this live performance loop of the song Tadao, right? Huge song on FKJ's page, which FKJ, you smart, fam, rather than Masego's, unfortunately. That got 509 million views. The last comment was similar, like an hour ago. Then he's got one 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Like it's still getting reach. And this is a 7-year-old video at this point. And maybe they spent studio time potentially, like, to get into the studio, maybe paid like that camera person how much ever they paid that camera person. Definitely a lot less than what was needed for the official music video, and did some, what, like 40x more views. So that stuff is super interesting. You might be saying like Masego's a bigger artist, so we could talk about Lawrence. And I talk about this to like independent artists a lot, so I kind of have these on the back burner. So Don't Lose Sight. Lawrence is a fire like band. I believe they're independent, but don't quote me on that. But this song like is a banger, like hands down. The video itself gets shot with a whole storyline. Like the dude is like in corporate America, tired of like his job, wants to do more. Like the whole song is like, yo, kind of about the music industry. Like, dang, bro, like all of it sucks. We know the feels, but like I need to push through. I gotta like not lose sight, right? Dope song, fam. He's got a couple of locations. So you've got like the office scene. You've got a bunch of extras. You got a little bit of like graphic design going on in motion graphics. So a bunch of like post-production for that stuff. You've got a second location, where they're inside of the gym, so they had to rent out that space, rent the extras, obviously rent the extras, like they're people to rent. This is not human trafficking, but like getting a bunch of extras, the whole nine, right? Smaller group, not as big as Masego, and that got 763,000 views. Now, same exact song, Don't Lose Sight, acoustic version. This kind of starts, I'm gonna mute it here because she's got like some choice words in the beginning. This starts inside of a studio, kind of like that Masego vibe. One handheld shot. This is more of a shakier shot, and So I'm guessing he's not on the gimbal because of how like the movement is, but definitely I would assume from the production, less money, less effort, not a ton of post-production needed, not a need for like a bunch of like extras. She's just got her band with her, and this netted them 4.3 million views, right? There's something to say about like a live performance, almost like Tiny Desk-esque style video over like a full-on production video. I saw this kind of like talking to artists and trying to figure out like, hey, what works, man? Like, because you guys as independent artists invest so much time, energy, money into studio time, money into videos, money into like content, like there's a lot that's being invested, and it sucks when I'm working with people and it's just like, yo, like there's no return on that investment or very little return on that investment. So what actually does like work was like the question that I was asking myself, and started diving into this stuff, and I started to notice this as a trend. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. So I tried it myself with an artist that I know. So I work with a lot of Christian artists. I'm a believer. And the song that we did was a song that's in Creole by my boy Roland Pierre. Way more chill, like, dude. We didn't do like a full like music video like production, but this netted about 23,000 for his YouTube page, where it's just like a live video with a bunch of like people actually like performing the song, a handheld shot and some static shots. I'm actually the person with the handheld camera in this video, and that got 23,000 views on that. It's actually the highest video on his page, if not highest, then the second. Yeah, the second most popular, with his most popular being 7 years ago at 44,000. This one was 10 months ago at 23,000. The dope part about this is we took that entire long form video and chopped it up into a bunch of short form videos and posted them all over TikTok. RIP TikTok. So before it dies, I just wanted to show this, bruh. So we chopped it up into a ton, maybe 1, 2, 3, like a good amount. Like all of these are just like little videos from the full video. One of those videos ended up netting him about 800. We ended up pinning it, but about 833,000 views. So like a little under 1 million views on this video for this live performance track that we ended up doing. And a ton of people within the Haitian community like made original sounds or like original videos using the sound, which kind of helped it like pop off a little bit, which was dope, yo. Like to see like, oh snap, like this kind of like went mini viral. Just to give you kind of like context, if you know Elevation Worship, maybe Maverick City. Let's do Maverick City because you probably might know that. Maverick City. So Mav, obviously way bigger believing Christian like band collective. Their top 3 pins are like 4.2 million, 7.7 million, 7.2 million. But when you look at like a lot of like their other content that is not pinned, you've got 22,000, 6,000, 43,000, 18,000, 8,000, 96,000, 38,000, 13,000, 22,000, 31, 57, like the whole 9, right? They obviously have a much bigger following than Roland Pierre. Like Maverick has a bigger budget, obviously, and his one video that we shot that was a live performance video ended up doing 833, which is super dope. So the real question is like, hey, like what content should you be shooting then? Like as an independent artist, like what actually gets like a return on investment? Well, one, I would say things that are easy for you to do, things that cost very little for you to do. But just to give you guys some content ideas, this is an Asana project that I have that I called Indie Artist Release Checklist, but I've just kind of like brain dumped content here. And I kind of broke it up into like a couple of different things, including like music videos, but if I did a music video, what I would do. So live performance content, like we already showed you, like the Roland Pierre thing, Tiny Desk style videos, live performance-esque style videos, like all as examples. I'd go that route. If you don't have a band, like you in the car with somebody. So this is Carpool Karaoke, RIP Carpool Karaoke. With this one, it was the Migos, but they're just riding in the car, like singing songs. And those I've seen work really well, even if it's just you by yourself, or like ones that tell stories, kind of like the artist with like their brother or their cousin or their family or their best friend or their girlfriend or boyfriend, like in the car, just like showing them the song for the first time and getting that real reaction. Like for some reason, these in the car videos seem to work well. These color style videos, like we did a content day and shot a bunch of these, they look really good. This type It does not, this is from Color, so this is her, this is actually what we shot, but I have like stuff that we've actually shot like ourselves, and these perform pretty decent. I don't think they perform as well as the live performance ones with a full band, but if you don't have a band, then this is like an easy knockout. I've got these like Social Media Verticals, which is also an easy knockout. This is Jay Manuel, a Christian artist, or a Christian group, and they basically just like did vertical videos inside of like this nice looking space with them fake lip singing and fake playing this SPDSX, or this little drum machine, and like use that as their content, and these performed extremely well. Code of the Friend, dope spot, like literally just him with a microphone outside. Outside is usually like a dope place for you to shoot, so if you could find like a nice area, and just like the entire framing of this is crazy. Like he's got like all this headspace to kind of show the trees, also left area for him to like have the lyrics up at the top, and because everything is relative to like how your past content performs, or like your overall like client base. Like for his base, these performed really well. And then you've got like live loop videos, or what I call live loop videos. So like that Tadao song, like they were just looping like specific sections and performing that entire thing live. So they don't need an entire band. Like it was just FKJ and Masego. LC Tro, like this one is her live looping a cover of Foo Fighters and Bobby Caldwell's, rest in peace, God rest his soul, Bobby Caldwell's What You Won't Do for Love. It was dope. Like, and like 7 years ago, 24 million, and I'm sure she's still getting comments till today. The newest one was 13 hours ago from 7 years ago, so it still has like pull, it's still getting reach. If you did a music video, in my opinion, I would say probably something along the lines of like a visualizer rather than like a traditional music video. So Jordan Ward, I consider these visualizers, in my opinion. I don't know a better term to kind of like call it, but it's basically a video on loop. Like, so this entire song, super chill, super fire. They have like a bunch of clips of like random stuff inside of like this outside like grocery spot. I'm pretty sure the people in the background aren't extras. I highly doubt it. And the video just loops a bunch of times. Like you see her grab that, what is that? I don't even know. Apricot, whatever. Like you see the oranges here at like 3 seconds, or sorry, 20 something seconds. And the oranges, same orange clip, starts at like 3 seconds. Or 2 seconds, like right at the beginning. So it's just a video that's basically on a loop. Smino did this also with no L's. Dope song. He had kind of like an intro to the video, but the entire thing is him just posing, and like the guy inside of this place telling him to repose, and it just does this over and over again. He's saying like, yo, you gotta stop with the whole grill thing. So he takes the grills out, and you'll see him do the exact same thing again. Like he's like, yo, take the glasses off, take the glasses off, take the chain off, take the chain off, take the hat off, he takes the hat off, and then it just like loops again. Like, yo, he comes in, take the grills out. Like, I would rather, if you're gonna put together a music video, like I would rather this style where it's not this like full-fledged like expensive thing, like figuring out ways to keep it inexpensive, relatively inexpensive, and still like hit when it comes to getting like a return on value, like a return on investment for it. And it can still tell a story without it feeling like a TV show, without it feeling like a movie, without that style of budget. Other content is like lyric breakdown videos. So Genius does this all the time. Like they have like different artists come up and just kind of talk about, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, talk about the lyrics from their song and like the meaning behind the lyrics. I've got get to know me style content as an example. So those are like your podcasts. So you could set up like a podcast with you and a couple of friends if you wanted to. GQ does Stuff I Can't Live Without. Those are kind of like what's in my bag style videos. So this one is like Travis Scott talking about like, hey, these are all the things I just like, when I'm traveling, I gotta bring with me. Hot Ones, obviously like these are all like content spaces that kind of like encapsulate a interview style-esque thing or content style thing without it being directly about the song or the record or the music. Like you're really getting like a feel of the musician, like the artist, like kind of feeling that stuff out. And then just like a bunch of other stuff, dude, like vertical visualizers, like the whole nine. So I hope that stuff like kind of helps. I absolutely think that it is possible to make it in the music industry. I definitely think that it is possible for like music to get heard and for independent artists to grow a fan base for extremely like low budgets. I don't think that you need crazy record label budgets. Yes, those things do help, but you already know, like with record labels, or maybe you don't know, like with record labels, like they want their return on investment. Like you got to recoup. Like, they got to recoup. Like, they're like a big bank. They're like a loan. Like, they give you some money and you got to pay that back, and they also own your masters a lot of times, sometimes not. But all that stuff is like, is shifting now because it's possible for you to do it. Dude, that's kind of one of the things that we did. Like, we just shot like a live performance video and saw it work really well. It's something that I'm going to be repeating in 2025, like this year for sure, for sure. I absolutely would love to talk to you guys. This is a newer channel, and I am a believing music producer, engineer, and I just love music strategy, yo. Like, I love marketing strategy. I love geeking out about what's going on in the industry. And I like helping independent artists. I feel like my call is to Christian artists that are trying to like make it independently. It wasn't that for a very long time, and life happened and things happened, and I had encounters with God in crazy ways, and you might hear about that stuff on this channel, but that's my heart and my soul. So if you want to talk, please, please, please just like drop comments down. I will be in that thing, like responding. If you have any questions, if you disagree, like maybe you're like, yo, like music videos need to come back. Like, they might actually, like high performance, like high budget videos might come back, but I want to chop it up, like for real. So feel free to leave me a comment. I'll be down there. Whenever you say anything, I'll respond back. And feel free to like and subscribe if this is the type of content that you like. It's definitely music talk with God-based stuff. So yeah, if you're into that type of stuff, like, go ahead, drop me subscribe or a like or a dislike. Any of those actions are completely free. Yo, so I'm actually gonna close this off in a prayer. Lord, I just thank you. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for the person that's watching this video right now, wherever they're at. Lord, if they're an artist, if they are a videographer, if they are just a creative in general, and if they're afraid to put their stuff out or don't know what to do next, Lord, I just pray even now that you would just give them guidance, Lord. I pray that this video helped them in some way. And then give you praise and glory. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. Peace.